Well, we're going to start off the show with a public service announcement. In my public service announcement control room, I still hear the sound from the Roland in the studio. Could you turn that down, please? Thank you. Anyway, we begin the show with a public service announcement, and that is Mercury will be retrograde in a couple of weeks. Mercury, the planet of communication and information, will be retrograde. Now, I'd like to get everybody ready weeks ahead of time. See, that's what astrology and that's what numerology is all about. It's all about planning ahead of time. So I'm letting everybody know right now that Mercury, it's February 27th. But Mercury will be retrograde in a little more than 2 weeks from today. Now, what does Mercury retrograde mean? As we look at the planet Mercury from the heavens, it'll appear to be moving backwards. And the key word is appear to be. It's not actually moving backwards. What it is that the Mercury, the planet of communications and information, is slowing down. Now, for most of you New Yorkers who watch the show, it's sort of kind of like when you're riding the subway and you're in the faster moving car that passes, or you're in the faster moving train that passes the slower moving train. And for that split second, the slower moving train appears to be moving backwards. You ever see that? Or if you're driving along in the highway and you're in the faster moving car and you pass the slower moving car, and for that split second, it seems like the slower moving cars are moving backwards. That's the same optical illusion that we get during a Mercury retrograde. Hear me now. Do not touch that dial. Let me tell you about Mercury retrograde. And this Mercury retrograde is going to last from March the 13th, a little more than 2 weeks from today. We're getting ready now. March the 13th until April 4th. That's when Mercury will be retrograde in the sign of Aries. So we're going to be dealing with dual retrogrades. We got Mars retrograde, the planet that's behind us. That's going to be retrograde until April 13th. And Mercury will be retrograde starting March 13th. I know today is February 27th, but the key with astrology is we plan ahead of time. So tie up all your loose business before the 13th of March gets here. And when March 13th does get here, do not sign any big business papers. Do not buy any big ticket items like electronics, computers, televisions. Hold off on making major decisions during a Mercury retrograde. And again, today is the February 27th. If you're watching in BCAT, we're a week later, so that will sort of kind of be like March the 5th. But we're getting you ready now. All the viewers, I would like to welcome my viewers from Bounce TV, on the Bounce TV network, who are watching the show across the country. Get ready for Mercury retrograde. When Mercury retrograde comes, the rule of thumb is that things that can go wrong will go wrong during a Mercury retrograde. Don't sign any big decisions. Don't make any big decisions during a Mercury retrograde. That is coming March 13th to April 4th. Get ready for it. It's in the sign of Aries. If you have Aries rising, or the moon in Aries, or if you're plain Aries, you're going to feel this Mercury retrograde. If you want to know where Mercury is going to be during that time, give me a call. We'll talk about it. 212-757-1483. Get ready for Mercury retrograde. It's coming. I think we're about ready to take a phone call. You're watching Astrology Numerology now, live in New York City. I'm your host, Z Starman. Who do we have on the line?
Peace. How's it going?
How you doing? What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm doing good. I'm calling from Austin, Texas.
Austin,
my name is Michael Pratt.
Austin, Texas?
Yes.
Yeah, how are you watching the show, Michael?
I am watching it. I just saw you post it on Facebook, and I thought I'd check it out.
Wow. Thank you very much for watching the show all the way from Austin, Texas. How can I help you, Michael?
No problem. I was just wondering, like, I've been really just trying to figure out, my passion and what I should put my energy into, and just, like, because I just want to be successful,
Okay, let's see if I can help you. What day is your birthday?
But November 14th.
November 14th of what year?
1993.
1993. You're a young man.
Yes.
So you'll be turning, what do you be turning, 19 years old this year?
Yes.
Okay, November 14th, 1993. Well, one of the things about 2012, if you do anything creative, because you're in a number 3, Michael it is, right?
Yes.
Michael, you're in a number 3 personal year for 2012. What does that mean? If you take the number 5, 2012 adds up to the number 5. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 equals 5. Mm-hmm. Now, we add 5 onto the month and day that you were born. And we get the number 11, 14, let's say we get the number 12. And that adds up to the number 3. 1 plus 2 equals 3 in numerology. So the big thing about you, you're a Scorpio who worries a lot. Stop worrying so much, because the universe is in a good place for you right now. You're in the number 3 personal year, and it's about having fun. You're 18 years old, soon to be 19, later on down the path. And it's great that young people are, aware of their future. A lot of young people your age, they're listening to rap and
I love hip-hop. I wanted to be a hip-hop artist.
Well, one of the things for you in 2012 is work on your creativity. Who knows? That may be your calling of being a hip-hop artist. Do you live near the Bushes, George and Barbara Bush?
Well, I think they live closer to Dallas.
Okay, I'm a New Yorker. I don't know what part.
It's okay, man.
But that's a little astrology humor. But let's take a look at Michael's chart. Okay, Michael, this is your chart. And I got it calculated for 12 noon right now. Your moon sign is Pisces. You're a Scorpio, yes. You're a Scorpio. This is how all the planets looked on the day that you were born. This is called Planet Watcher. Anybody can go to this website, planetwatcher.com, and you have to sort of kind of be an astrologer to know what's going on. But your sun sign is Scorpio. You got 3 planets in sign of Scorpio. You got Saturn, Pluto, and the sun in the sign of Scorpio. But you got the moon in sign of Pisces. Now, the next couple of years is going to be really big for you, Michael. It's a year that you have to, I'm sorry?
Did you say the next couple of years?
The next couple of years, like the next 15 years of your life, especially the next 5 years from now, because Neptune is in the sign of Pisces as we speak. And it's going to be making a conjunction to your natal moon in Pisces. Michael, the thing that I suggest for you is to concentrate on your spirituality. Get grounded. That's not meaning going to church and saying 1,000 Hail Marys or this, that, and the other. It's just focusing, because you're sort of kind of ahead of your time with the moon in Pisces. You're a Scorpio with the moon in Pisces. Let me hear you say that.
Wow.
Let me hear you say that. I'm a Scorpio with the moon in Pisces.
I am a Scorpio with the moon in Pisces.
Everybody out there, at least know your moon sign and your rising sign, because there's more to being a Scorpio. You're very sensitive. Try not to let what people say bother you.
Oh, well, the thing is with me, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I have an intensive, like, thing that, like, if somebody hurt me or something, to, like, get back at them.
Well, that's Scorpio. You have 3 planets in the sign Scorpio. Let's show Michael's chart one more time, control room. Okay, you have Pluto in Scorpio, you have Saturn in Scorpio, and you have the sun in Scorpio. But over here, you see my cursor? You have 4 planets, whoops, we'll fix that. You have 4 planets in the sign of Sagittarius. One thing about
you... That's the ascendant, right?
Well, I don't know your ascendant right now, but because I don't have your birth time. But you have 4 planets in the sign of Sagittarius, and you have to be very careful of how you talk to people, how you speak to people. You're a young person, and you're way ahead of your time, but focus on being centered, not too emotional. One thing with Scorpio, you don't want to cross the Scorpio or Pisces, and you have the sun and moon in the sign of Pisces, and they will get back at you. Learn to focus over the next 7 years. Watch your spiritual self grow. You're going to grow in leaps and bounds. Trust your psychic ability. You're young. You're only 18. But it's going to get stronger and stronger and stronger before the age of 25.
Well, I appreciate that so much, man. That means a lot. And you're really good at what you do. And I checked out the show with Lloyd Strayhorn.
Okay.
Before, and that was really great. So I appreciate that so much, man.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for calling the show all the way from Austin, Texas, okay?
No problem. You have a good day.
Be good, Michael. Thank you.